Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Bethany.
And we are from Club Sapphire, and this is an exciting Wednesday night. You look phenomenal.
Oh, well, thank you. I like those sparkles.
I do. Did you buy that just for this?
I did.
That's awesome. That's good. You're getting into the whole video recording
Well,
thing.
I have a couple other fantastic outfits for...
That you bought specifically for these?
Yeah.
That's kind of
I
awesome.
I already had some amazing ones on hand, but you can never have too many amazing
That is
outfits.
true. That is like one of my favorite things about the lifestyle is that the women love to dress up. That's just like...
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I love the glitter and to just be flashy and amazing.
Yeah. Well, you're really sporting it this evening, so nice work. Nice job.
Thank you.
So we thought we'd kind of do something a little bit different this time because a lot of people don't know who you are. And so we figured, and we do get a lot of questions in from people about the lifestyle, about me, about you, about Bianca, and I figured we would just kind of go through some of those questions and see what happens.
Let's do this.
All right. So we're, you haven't heard any of these, you haven't seen any of these.
I have not. This is all very new to me.
I got quite a few of them. Doesn't mean we're going to go through all of them, but I just figure we'll just kind of start and
kind of anxious.
Yeah. Oh no, this is all good stuff. But these are questions that people actually ask us, and that come up a lot in either in the lifestyle or just that specifically want to know about you or us or whatever it might be. All right.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Well, this first one's for you, Bethany. All right, Bethany, and this actually kind of goes off of what we were talking about when we kind of introduced you too. Bethany, I am a single female. If I went to a swingers club, what should I say? How should I act? How successful will I be? Can I be semi-buzzed to calm my nerves?
Absolutely. There's so many people that use alcohol as a kind of a social lubricant because at the beginning, it can be kind of nerve-wracking to just come in here and see all these people. You're like, oh my God, who do I start with? Who do I talk to? So a lot of people do end up using, alcohol as a social lubricant. I myself have my wine tonight. So
And that helps you say what you want to say. Well, you're pretty outgoing anyway.
I say what I want to say no matter what.
Okay, so why are you drinking the social lubricant then?
Because I like the taste of my wine.
Oh, okay, well, that's different than what she was asking, or
absolutely, but it's okay to be slightly buzzed. But the thing is, you have to realize that you're not getting too overly just smashed, because nobody likes a sloppy drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't. You can't consent to anything if you're really drunk.
Right.
Or you don't want to regret anything. For me personally, I like to remember everything. I enjoy remembering the people that I'm with and the fun that we had and feeling all the things. So
right, and that's actually one thing to me too when it comes to alcohol is, like you had said, I want to remember everything that's going on. If some woman is just that I haven't met before is just having sex with me, I want to remember everything that's going on there.
Oh yeah,
that's going right in here, right in that spank bank. Yeah. All the places. Yeah, it's going there.
Yes.
Plus, I think it's also one of those factors that from a male perspective, that if a guy drinks too much, he can't get it up.
Yeah. It definitely happens too, and people are like, "Oh my God!" I find for guys that it's almost a little embarrassing for them that they, because they get really upset if they can't get it up, and really, what it kind of sometimes boils down to is they've had too much alcohol.
So I have to add, you probably have some good stories about guys who can't get it up. Do you have any good ones?
Not like super great or anything.
Well,
it's just, there have been many times that guys just kind of lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they might initially get it up, but then it's just like they're just too hammered to really do very much of anything. So, it's disappointing for me because I'm super excited about it. But
well, do you ever find, because I have heard this from a lot of women, especially when they're new to the lifestyle, that if a guy can't get it up, that the women kind of blame themselves.
No, I don't blame myself.
You don't?
I've been there in the past, but now I don't.
You have blamed yourself in the past.
In the past,
you thought it was something that you were doing wrong.
Yeah.
That it caused the guy to just not. Yeah, because I know that. And it's something that I've talked about before. It's a very, very common thing.
Oh yeah.
Especially when men are first starting out in lifestyle.
It's easy to do too. It's easy to blame yourself, like, oh, he's able to get it up for so and so, but he can't get it up for me. And it's really easy to blame yourself for that and question yourself, like, well, what am I doing wrong? But you got to really analyze all the factors in it.
Sure. Okay. And then as far as her other questions that she had, what should she say? What should a single female say? Like, if she was the one who actually wanted to kind of go from couple to couple and actually be the hunter compared to the hunted. She sees a couple across the way. She's
pursuing them.
She sees a couple and she's like, wow, that is a couple that I would love to go to the back.
I think just approach with confidence. As long as you are sure of what you want and go up to them and really feel it out. I think a lot of people they want to have genuine people approach them and not be, overly predatory, I would say.
Okay.
So just strike up the conversation, and if the conversation ends up working out pretty well, or you feel a good vibe off of the people, then it's like, okay, hey, would you be interested in joining me in the back? I think that not very many men are going to say no to that.
No, I mean, I guess there could be situations where they're not looking for a unicorn.
Very true.
That's they want to find a couple to play with.
Very, very true. And I know that there are people, there have been situations that I ran into where I have taken a man back, and when he goes to check in with his partner, she will grab some random guy. She's grabbed a random guy and brought him back with her. So I have been in that situation, which was a little weird, but we all ended up playing together eventually.
Right.
And so I think that it's, for me, what it really comes down to for me is that it's up to the people to everybody makes their own decisions. Sure. And I'm not necessarily responsible for the decisions that they make. Okay. I can put it out there if they choose to take me up on it. That's my, I'm making the decision to go back with them, but they have their agreements with their partners. And so you do need to check in with them and make sure that everything is good. I find that I don't, like I said in the last video, I don't like people to be upset with me, or I don't like the partners to be upset with me. So if I'm if they are partnered and they want to go back and play, I do want to see that they are really into each other and they want to join. Sure. Me all together. And
then her last question was, how successful will I be as a single female?
As a single female, I feel find far more success than a single male.
Sure.
Because there's,
or even a couple for that matter. I mean, if you, I mean, there are only so many single females.
There are,
which is why they actually have the term unicorn, as rare as they are. That if you have a good personality and you're out there and you're excited about coming to a place like Sapphire and exploring your sexuality, then it doesn't take much to find someone that you'll be attracted to and that you'll have a good time with, most likely. So.
It doesn't, especially on these Wednesdays when there's singles all around.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, there are single women out there right now. After this video, I have to go check and make sure that they're having a good time.
Okay, you do your thing. I'll do mine.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, let's see. You want to pick a random one? How about that? All right.
Okay.
All right, pick a card, any card.
Hopefully it's a good one.
All right.
That's two cards.
Right.
Okay, this one.
All right.
How many people have you had sex with?
That's a good question. All right. Well,
that's a very general question.
Sure. Well, people. It's funny because people watch these videos and they, a lot of people watch these videos that will actually never go into a lifestyle club. Yeah. That they are fascinated by it. That it actually is a real thing. It's not just what they see in movies.
So Matt, how many people have you had sex with?
I'm proud to say, and this is something that I thought about for years, that I have no idea, and I am so proud of that fact.
I really have no idea either. Yeah, I know it's in the hundreds.
High five to you. Yeah.
So there you go. You guys have a glimpse of my number, but I really don't know.
Yeah, no, it's funny because So early on when Bianca and I first started, we were trying to keep track of that, and she was actually doing a pretty good job. She had a little spreadsheet going, and it's funny. I've talked to people that actually do that kind of just.
There are people I don't even remember their names.
Oh, there's people you wouldn't even remember. Well, I wouldn't remember if I saw them. I know that
there have been times where I have run into people on the street, and I'm like, oh my god, I know this person. Did I have sex with them?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Sure. No, it's funny. We tell this story a lot. So we were on a lifestyle cruise, and we met these 3 other couples, and we were talking to them, having a great time. And Bianca ended up kind of pairing up with this one guy in this crowd, and she was mildly attracted to him. He was fine, and he did the trick. And this, I don't know if this one's ever worked for you. This is a great trick. Shouldn't do this.
I need to know this trick.
I've heard this one dozens of times. A guy will actually go up to a woman and say, "Do you squirt?" And she'll be like, "No." And it's like, "I can actually make you squirt. I know the trick to make you squirt."
I know how to make women squirt.
Well, again, whether you do or not,
I do.
a lot of people will use that and to actually get someone to go back to their room. Ooh, I've never squirted before. Okay, you can stick your fingers at me, So he did that. It didn't work that night anyway.
Oh.
She actually
maybe I need to meet up with Bianca.
Yes, you do. She actually ended up being a little bruised because he was trying.
Ooh,
but then. So the cruise is over, and it's like, a couple weeks later, and we happened to be on one of the lifestyle websites, and this couple had contacted us, and I showed Bianca the picture, and
she's like, "Oh, that's the guy?"
No, she's like, "Oh, who's that? He's kind of cute." And I'm like, "You had sex with him." It was like 2 weeks ago. She's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Oh, his picture looks different than what he did in real life." So it can happen, and it is funny because we'll actually having a conversation about something that happened 3, 4, 5 years ago, some couple that we met or something, and then one of us will be looking like totally blank, like I don't remember this at all. And the other one's like, "But we had like a great orgy. They were great." I'm like, "Yeah, that does sound familiar."
But the point when there's so many of them that you don't remember every one.
Yeah, and it's
not a bad thing to have, though.
Oh no, I'm very proud of that fact. No, but it is one of those things. I mean, you definitely want to be one of the remembered ones, though.
Yes, yes.
That. Yeah, she doesn't remember his name or anything about what that guy looks like or anything like that. But we remember that part of the story is that he was just the guy who said he could get her to squirt. And yeah. All right, let's see what's next. Okay.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, Bethany. Wow, this is a Bethany one. Craziest sex story? I don't know. Is there even a way to ask you that? You don't. It's in the hundreds. Craziest sex stories. It's in the hundreds. Can you think of any really crazy thing that happened or funny thing that happened?
I think the first time I was double penetrated, double DVP, it's a double vaginal penetration. Like that. So you had
two penises inside your vaginas at the same time. Two penises inside your vagina.
I have
at the
one
same
vagina.
Time. You have one. Yeah, right. I checked. Okay. Do tell.
Well, it was the day after an orgy. So we had the orgy the night before, and I went home. I was just kind of like, the person I was with wasn't super engaging, and so I ended up going home, and I came back the next day because it was at my boyfriend's house at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so my boyfriend and my girlfriend were still there for the next morning, and so they were having a kind of a breakfast, and everything was still out. All the beds were on the ground and everything.
Sure.
And yeah, so we just started kind of going at it, and I'd said to my boyfriend that I'd never experienced it, and I wanted to experience it.
Okay.
And oh my God, it was amazing. It was so fun. And so another friend of ours, he had said that he would totally be interested in this. This was my first time actually playing with that particular person.
Okay.
And so we did the DVP, one on top, one underneath me.
Uh-huh.
So one behind me, one underneath me. And it was so intense for everybody involved that my boyfriend at the time, like so we were going for, I have it all on video. Wonderful.
Awesome.
We were going for maybe a minute or so, and it was just like, he was like, oh my God, I'm going to come. It came everywhere, all up and down my entire back, like the whole thing, my whole back. And before he came, he told the person below, he's like, move your hand, I'm about to come, because he had his hands on my back.
Sure.
And so he moved his hands, and they came everywhere on my back. It's like the biggest load I've ever seen, and that he said he's ever blown. It was so intense. And then the guy on the bottom, we were still going at it, and he stuck his hand like right in the middle, and everybody was just like, because we had a nice crowd watching, and everybody's like, oh my God. It was just the funniest thing ever, but it was so intense and so wonderful.
Wow. I haven't run into that. That's never happened to me. Yeah. Wow. I know there's been times where, like, Bianca has had some guy, like, come and, gets in the eye or something.
Oh yeah,
like
that's happened.
That one's happened.
Oh, I have more stories. I have so many stories.
About it just going everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like my first. Oh, I'll save that one for another time.
Oh no, I want to hear this now.
Okay. So my first threesome.
Okay.
It was my sister and I had. We had put out an ad on like Craigslist or whatever that we just wanted to play games. Like we just wanted to play like video games or board games, actual games. And so we put an ad on Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yeah, like in the like
platonic friend or something like that. Yeah. Okay, all right.
And
Craigslist.
So yeah, and
okay.
so we get these two guys that wanted to come over and everything, and then one thing led to another, of course. Right. Because they brought alcohol. I think I was like 19 or something like that. Okay. Maybe 20. But anyway, so my sister, I retire to my bedroom with one of the guys, and my sister stays out in the living room and blows this other guy. And then after she's done with him, like I'm having sex in the other room with this guy, the one, and so the other guy that was with my sister comes into the room. And joins us. Right. And so that was my first Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. Right. Okay. And after he was done, like, so I was giving him, the guy that my sister gave a blowjob to, I was giving him a blowjob too, while this other guy is having sex with me. And then he blows his load, and it's just everywhere in my eye. I'm running out of the bedroom, was like, oh my God, it's in my eye, because it stings, it burns. It's just not pleasant at all. And these guys, apparently, because my sister and I were just reminiscing about this recently. Right. She's like, oh yeah, they were like high-fiving, like, yeah, we got her in the eye. And it was like, oh my God. I didn't see that part because I was blinded by cum, but
just get some eye drops and you try to pry open the eyelid. Is that?
No, I flushed it for fucking forever.
That's awesome. All right, so back up a little bit. Okay, so for the people that don't know, what is an Eiffel Tower?
An Eiffel Tower is when two guys high five over the woman.
Oh, so the one guy is fucking from the back.
And
like doggy style, one's in the front getting a blowjob.
And yeah, so they're gotcha. Over each other, and then they have given each other a high five.
Okay, so that brings up an interesting point. Is Craigslist?
Yeah.
Okay, so Craigslist is one of those things that actually a lot of couples have brought to my attention over the years, that they were finding other couples on Craigslist, and is that a good place to do it?
Oh, it's good and bad. I have horror stories from Craigslist.
Well, too. I'm sure you do, and I know that, like, I can think of one couple off the top of my head who says that's how they meet other couples. It's specifically Craigslist. They don't join any of the lifestyle websites. They don't go to clubs.
I just say require pictures. Like, when it comes to Craigslist, you have to have pictures. Right. I mean, I generally, like, will have a conversation back and forth with these people, but I require pictures. Okay. And there are definitely people that send old pictures.
Or send pictures of someone else.
And so one way around that is to ask for them to send a picture of you doing a certain thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I've had somebody like
send me a picture where your hand is raised over, your right hand is patting on your head or something like that. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. Because that's something that you're not going to be able to find on the internet or something like that.
Exactly.
It's a good idea because I know that couple that primarily or that only works off of Craigslist. They said they have success about 1 out of 5 times that they actually go to meet up someone. The other 4 times that people don't show up or whatever it might be. I think Craigslist is a potential way to meet someone, but I think if it were me, and same with the lifestyle websites, I hey, if you find someone, however you're finding them online, but at that point, I would actually bring them I would meet them at a club like Sapphire.
It's definitely a good place to meet.
Because well, it's a public place because you don't know these people, and it's a place where if things don't work out, you could easily go somewhere else and start talking to someone else, still have a good time, and not be
But
trapped.
if they do work out, then you can go into the back and, and have your fun.
You just don't want to be trapped in that situation because I know we went on a date, a double date, a date with another couple once that we were basically stuck with them because we were having dinner with them and we were at their place and that type of thing, and so not that we were forced to do anything, but there's definitely an awkwardness if you just decide there's no good connection there.
I've been in that situation.
Yeah,
they came over and we were like oh, the moment they came we were like we are not into this couple, and so it's like played strip pool, and then like after that we're like we're just really not into you, like sorry, which is really awkward. Right, it is really awkward. So yes, definitely like coming to the club is a really good common ground to come to, and a safe space to come to.
Exactly. So that's something that I strongly recommend doing it that way, whether it's on Craigslist or if you're on one of the lifestyle websites or even Facebook, all the Facebook groups that now
absolutely,
exist
and then if they're
stuff.
Serious because they actually have to pay to get in and such, and they're not just
because there are a lot of flakes and there's a lot of picture collectors and people that don't show up. I mean, you've told me about numerous occasions where you've tried to meet a guy from some website or something like that, or an app, and then the guy just flakes out last minute or doesn't exist or whatever it might be, which shocks me. Like, it's you. Like, why would those guys are dumb. You want to do one more?
Yeah, let's absolutely.
All right, okay, we got time for one more. All right, here, pick a random one. All right, there you go. All right.
Do you guys have any specific rules for each other when you sleep with other people?
Okay.
You and I don't have any rules.
No, we don't. No. So we've been dating now for, what do we say, 8, 9 months? 9 months? Yeah. Okay, 8, 9 months. And we
I'm autonomous. Like, so for me as a solo, like single female, I'm autonomous to myself, and I'm responsible for myself and my actions, and I own those actions. And so, what you do in your time is what you do, and what I do in my time is what I do, as long as I'm being safe. I think that's the only real rule that I have for any of my partners, is as long as you're being safe, especially when you're fluid bonded like you and I are.
Right.
And so fluid bonding meaning you don't use protection with that person.
Right.
And so, because when you get to that point, anybody that you are not safe with, you're putting the other person at risk.
Exactly. Because I know a lot of couples have rules, and you and I haven't really talked about it on these videos, but Bianca and I have, as far as what different couples have different rules, and but the condom one is pretty much is almost like a universal. Universal. I mean, that's one of those things that is like it's almost an unsaid rule, because it's just
especially coming to the club here, because there's condoms everywhere. There's condoms in every room, and so it makes it so easy for people to follow those rules, because it's kind of a given. Right. Everybody wants to be safe, and especially when you come into these kind of environments where sex is highly likely. Right. You definitely want people to be safe.
Sure, absolutely. All right. Perfect. Well, this was kind of fun, actually, answering questions like this.
It is. I like it.
And I'm learning so much about you. Like, I had no idea you've been with hundreds of people.
I had no idea that you didn't know your number.
Yo, you think I would have?
No, I didn't know, because, I find myself far more promiscuous than you. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yes and no, in the sense that you've been promiscuous a lot longer than I have.
Yeah.
Because I've only been in the lifestyle for 6 years, and in that time, I've been with a lot of people.
I've only been like openly, into this lifestyle for 5.
Okay.
But
you
But I was promiscuous before.
you enjoyed the company of people before that. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So now we both know we've had sex with hundreds of people. High five again. All right, perfect.
Wait, so is yours multiple hundreds or just like a little over 100?
Like I said, I'm proud of the fact that I have no idea. I tried keeping
I think
track.
mine's still in the 100 levels.
Okay, then totally me too. All right, well.
You're so full of crap. Okay.
All right. Well, if you have any or anything you'd like us to talk about in a future thing, or you have any questions, whatever, you can always email us or message us on Facebook or whatever you want to do. That's
Respond
awesome.
to the video, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's actually the best way to do it. In the comments below, just write a question.
Absolutely. We love them.
It's a really good idea. I actually like that better. So yeah, do that in the comments. And then, of course, check out the schedule of what's coming up in the next few weeks. There's some pretty awesome events, the Saturday night events, the costumes, and all those things that are coming up.
Yes, there's we talked about last time as far as the schoolgirl night. That's coming up.
And many others. So
and Halloween. That one's going to sell it fast.
Yes, Halloween is one of the. Halloween and New Year's are ones that you should actually buy your tickets as soon as they are available to go on sale, because they sell out, because those are the swinger holidays.
Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Halloween and New Year's, yeah, those are the ones.
Favorite holiday.
Absolutely. So definitely check the events page on Club Sapphire's website, and which is, the address is right down there. And of course, you can join the secret Facebook group if you are a member here. That's definitely worth it, so you can talk to people beforehand. Yep. And anything else you want to say?
Just come to the club.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.